Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. This quote says it all. If you want a better life, you've got to change the way you think. The biggest obstacle between where you are and where you want to be is often in your own mind. It's easy to let fear, doubt, and negative thoughts hold you back. But the truth is, you have the power to control your thoughts, and in turn, control your life. In this video, we're going to talk about how to win that battle in your mind. We'll dive into how you can conquer fear, stop telling yourself "I can't," and start building a mindset that will push you towards success. No more letting your thoughts control you. It's time to take charge, stay consistent, and make progress, even when motivation fades. Stick with me through this video and you'll have a clear path forward to change your mindset, overcome obstacles, and achieve your goals. Let's get started on winning the war in your mind. Number 1, conquer fear before it controls you. Fear is something we all deal with. It shows up in different ways and at different times. Fear can stop you from doing things, from trying new things, from taking risks that could lead you to success. But here's the truth. Fear doesn't have to control you. You can face it, deal with it, and move past it. The key is to conquer fear before it has a chance to control you. Fear is normal. Everyone feels it. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that you're doing something important, something that matters. The problem is, most people let fear stop them. They get scared and they don't take action. They hold back. They think, what if I fail? What if people laugh at me? And because they don't take action, they never move forward. They get stuck. But the thing is, fear is just a feeling. It's not a fact. It's not real until you make it real. If you let fear take control of your decisions, you'll never move forward. You'll never grow. But if you push through it, if you take action even when you're scared, you'll start to see that fear has no real power over you. Think about the times in your life when fear showed up. Maybe it was the first time you had to speak in front of a crowd, or maybe it was the first time you tried something new. What did you do? Did you let fear stop you, or did you push through? Most of us are afraid of failing. We're afraid of making mistakes. We're afraid of being judged. But here's the thing. If you never fail, you never learn. If you never make mistakes, you never grow. You can't be afraid of failure because failure is part of the process. So let's start with the first step to conquering fear. Take action. That's it. Just take that first step. Even if you're scared, fear is at its strongest when you stand still, when you don't take action, when you hesitate. Fear builds up in your mind. It grows bigger and scarier. But when you take action, even a small step, you take away fear's power. The more action you take, the less fear will control you. Now you might be thinking, what if I mess up? What if I fail? Here's the answer. So what? So what if you fail? So what if you make a mistake? You're learning. You're growing. Every mistake is a lesson. Every failure is a step towards success. You can't succeed without trying, and you can't grow if you're afraid of making mistakes. Fear can't hurt you unless you let it. It's not going to physically harm you. It's not going to stop your heart from beating. It's just a feeling in your mind, and you have the power to choose how you respond to it. So the next time fear shows up, don't let it stop you. Use it as a signal that you're on the right path. Use it as a sign that you're about to do something important, something that will make you better. When you face your fear, when you take action, even when you're scared, you start to build confidence. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Fear doesn't go away completely, but it gets weaker. The more you face it, the things that scared you at first won't scare you anymore. And the best part, you'll start to see how capable you really are. You'll start to believe in yourself, because you'll see that you can handle whatever comes your way. Here's the thing, most of the time, fear is a lie. It makes you think that something terrible is going to happen. But most of the time, it's just your mind playing tricks on you. How many times have you been scared of something, only to realize later that it wasn't as bad as you thought? Fear tells you that you can't do something. It tells you that you're not good enough. But you know what? That's a lie. You are good enough. You can do it. You just have to push through the fear and take action. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't have to control you. You can control your actions, your decisions. You can control how you respond. The more you take action in spite of fear, the more you prove to yourself that you can do hard things. You'll build confidence. And the next time fear shows up, it won't be as big a deal. So here's what I want you to remember. Fear is normal. It's a part of life. But it doesn't have to control you. Take action. Move forward. Do it afraid. Every time you do, fear gets weaker. You get stronger. And the more you push through, the more you realize that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Don't let fear stop you. Take that first step. Keep moving forward. And when fear shows up again, remember you've done it before and you can do it again. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep conquering your fear, one step at a time. Number 2, stop saying I can't. We've all said it at some point. I can't. Whether it's about something big like starting a new job or something smaller like getting up early to exercise. I can't seems to roll off the tongue way too easily. But here's the thing. Every time you say I can't, you're giving up before you even try. You're telling yourself that you're not capable, that it's too hard, or that it's not possible. But that's a lie. You can. You just have to stop saying you can't. Think about the last time you said, I can't. What was it about? Was it because you were afraid? Did you feel overwhelmed? Did you think you weren't good enough? Maybe you looked at the task ahead of you and thought it was too big to handle. But the truth is, when you say I can't, you're cutting off your own potential. You're telling yourself that you're not even going to try. And that's where the problem starts. The first thing you need to understand is that I can't is a decision. It's a choice. Every time you say it, you're choosing to believe that something is impossible before you've even attempted it. You're letting fear or doubt make the decision for you, but you have the power to make a different choice. You can choose to say, I can. And when you change your mindset, everything changes. There's a big difference between I can't and I haven't yet. Saying I can't closes the door. It tells you that there's no way forward. But saying I haven't yet opens up the possibility of growth. It gives you room to learn, to improve, to try again. The truth is, you might not be able to do something right now, but that doesn't mean you can't do it in the future. The key is to keep going, to keep trying, and to never give up on yourself. You're going to face challenges. You're going to make mistakes. But every mistake is a lesson, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. The reason people succeed isn't because they don't face problems. It's because they don't give up when problems show up. They keep pushing forward. They keep trying, learning, and growing. They don't let failure define them. They don't let mistakes stop them. They keep going until they succeed. And that's what you need to do too. When you say I can't, you're not just giving up on the task at hand. You're giving up on yourself. You're telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, that you don't have what it takes. But you do. You have the ability to do hard things. You have the ability to learn, to grow, and to become better. But that starts with changing how you speak to yourself. Language shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your actions. When you say I can't, you're programming your mind to believe that you can't. But when you start saying I can, I will, or I am capable, you're shifting your mindset. You're telling yourself that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. And when you believe that, your actions will follow. You'll start taking the steps you need to take to succeed. Now I know some of you might be thinking, but I've tried before and I failed. I really can't. I get it. Failure can be discouraging. But let's get one thing straight. Failure is not the end. It's part of the process. In fact, failure is one of the best teachers you'll ever have. It teaches you what doesn't work, what you can improve, and how you can do better next time. The most successful people in the world have failed over and over again. But they didn't give up. They didn't quit. They got back up, learned from their mistakes, and kept going. Think about it this way. Every time you say I can't, you're choosing to stop before you even start. But what if you tried a little harder? What if you pushed through the discomfort, the fear, and the doubt? What if you gave it one more try, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere? You'd be surprised at what you're capable of. You'd be amazed at how much you can accomplish if you just keep going. I know it's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going your way. I know it's tempting to throw in the towel and say, I can't. But if you do that, you're robbing yourself of the chance to grow, to learn, and to succeed. Every time you push through, you're getting stronger. Every time you keep going, you're getting closer to your goal. But it all starts with the way you think. It all starts with the words you use. Instead of saying I can't, start saying I will. Instead of saying I'm not good enough, start saying I am capable. The more you say these things, the more your mind will start to believe them. And when your mind believes it, your actions will follow. You'll start doing the things you need to do to succeed. You'll start taking the steps that will lead you to where you want to go. Now, don't get me wrong. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy to switch your mindset, and it's not easy to stop saying I can't. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Every time you catch yourself saying I can't, replace it with I can, I will, or I'm learning. Over time, that little shift will make a huge difference in the way you approach challenges. And here's the thing, it's not about being perfect. It's not about never failing. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and believing in yourself. The moment you stop saying I can't, you start opening doors. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles, and you start taking action, even when you don't feel ready, because you know you can. So here's the challenge for you. Today, stop saying I can't. Every time you catch yourself saying it, replace it with something positive. Tell yourself, I will, I can, or I am capable. And watch how things start to change. Watch how your mindset starts to shift. Watch how your actions start to reflect the belief that you can do hard things, because you can. You just have to believe it. Remember, you're capable of so much more than you realize. Stop limiting yourself with I can't. Start believing in what's possible. Take that first step, and then the next, and the next. Keep going. And one day you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. Number 3, strengthen your mind with positive input. What you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. Think about it. If you only put junk food into your body, what's going to happen? You're going to feel sluggish, tired, and unhealthy. The same principle applies to your mind. If you fill your mind with negative thoughts, doubts, and fear, that's exactly how you're going to feel. But when you strengthen your mind with positive input, you're setting yourself up for success. Your mind, just like your body, needs the right fuel to function at its best. Let's start with the basics. What kind of things are you filling your mind with right now? Are you constantly reading or watching the news that makes you anxious? Are you listening to people who tear you down or tell you that you can't achieve your goals? Are you letting your thoughts wander to the negative side, thinking about what could go wrong instead of what could go right? If you're constantly filling your mind with negativity, then don't be surprised when that negativity starts to show up in your life. Now think about the opposite. What would happen if you fed your mind with positive things instead? What if you started every day with something uplifting, inspiring, and motivating? What if you spent time with people who encourage you and believe in your potential? What if you read books that help you grow, watch videos that teach you new things, and listen to podcasts that challenge you to be better? Imagine the difference that would make. Positive input strengthens your mind. It's like exercising a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. Your thoughts are powerful, and the more positive thoughts you put into your mind, the more positive your life will become. The opposite is also true. The more negative thoughts you put in, the more negativity you'll see in your life. So it's important to be mindful of the input you allow into your mind. What you put in shapes how you think, how you feel, and how you act. Start by setting a goal for yourself to eliminate negativity. You don't need to take in every piece of news, every gossip, or every piece of advice that doesn't serve you. If something doesn't help you grow, it doesn't deserve your attention. Instead, choose to surround yourself with things that lift you up. Read books that inspire you. Watch videos that motivate you. Listen to podcasts or audiobooks that teach you something new. Spend time with people who push you to be your best and who are willing to support you in reaching your goals. You might say, that sounds great, but I don't have time. I get it. Life is busy. But here's the thing. You make time for what matters. You can listen to a podcast while you're driving, walking, or doing chores. You can read a few pages of a book each day. You can surround yourself with positive people who lift you up. These are small changes that make a big difference over time. If you want to see a difference in your life, you have to start making those positive changes today. It's important to also recognize that your mind doesn't just absorb what you actively choose to feed it. It's constantly absorbing the world around you. What are you allowing to enter your mind passively? Are you constantly surrounded by negativity, complaining, and pessimism? Or are you making a conscious effort to filter out those things and replace them with positive messages? What you hear, see, and even think about can have a huge impact on your mental state. Take control of what you're allowing into your life. If you have friends or family who are always negative, always complaining, or always putting you down, you need to protect yourself from that energy. You don't have to cut them out of your life, but you can limit the time you spend with them. You can choose to focus on the positive things in your life and let those positive things become your focus. In order to strengthen your mind, you need to focus on what you can control. You can't control everything that happens around you, but you can control how you respond to it. You can choose to respond with positivity and gratitude instead of negativity and frustration. You can choose to take positive actions toward your goals instead of staying stuck in a place of doubt and fear. The more you make these positive choices, the stronger your mind becomes. Let's talk about how to do this on a daily basis. The first step is to fill your mornings with positive input. The way you start your day sets the tone for the rest of it. If you wake up and immediately check your phone, read the news, or start thinking about everything that's going wrong in your life, you're setting yourself up for a day full of stress and negativity. Instead, start your day with something positive. It could be reading a few pages of a book that inspires you, listening to a podcast that challenges you, or spending a few minutes in quiet reflection, focusing on gratitude. Another way to strengthen your mind with positive input is by setting your environment up for success. Surround yourself with things that make you feel good. Have motivational quotes around your home or office. Put books on your shelves that inspire you. Fill your space with things that remind you of your goals and the life you want to create. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset, so make sure it's a place that supports your growth. But the most important thing is consistency. Strengthening your mind is not something you do once in a while. It's something you do every day. It's a habit that you build over time. The more consistently you feed your mind with positive input, the more you'll begin to see a change in your thoughts, your actions, and your life. It might not happen overnight, but over time, those positive thoughts and actions will start to add up. And soon you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. One more thing, don't be afraid to protect your mind. If something or someone is draining your energy or bringing negativity into your life, it's okay to distance yourself from it. You don't have to allow negativity to take up space in your mind. Be mindful of what you watch, what you listen to, and who you spend your time with. Remember, your mind is your most valuable asset. You need to protect it and feed it the things that will help you grow. In the end, strengthening your mind with positive input is all about creating an environment of growth. You're planting seeds every day with the things you feed your mind, and over time, those seeds will grow into something powerful. The more you fill your mind with positive thoughts, ideas, and messages, the more you'll see positive changes in your life. And the stronger your mind becomes, the more capable you'll be of overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. Ask yourself today, what are you feeding your mind? Are you filling it with negativity? Or are you giving it the fuel it needs to grow and thrive? Make the choice to strengthen your mind with positive input. Start today and watch how your life changes for the better. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Treat it well and it will serve you in ways you never thought possible. Number 4, build mental discipline. Mental discipline is one of the most important skills you can develop in life. It's what separates the people who achieve their goals from the ones who fall short. Mental discipline is about consistency, focus, and self-control. It's the ability to keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. It's the difference between knowing what you should do and actually doing it. And if you want to be successful in life, building mental discipline has to be a priority. We all have goals. We all have dreams of what we want to accomplish. But the hard truth is that success doesn't just come from having great goals. It comes from the discipline to follow through. It comes from the ability to do what needs to be done, day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, and even when you want to quit. Mental discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. So how do you build mental discipline? It all starts with making a decision. You have to decide that you are going to do whatever it takes to achieve your goals, no matter how difficult it gets, no matter how many setbacks you face. You make the decision that your goals are non-negotiable. Once you make that decision, you've taken the first step toward building mental discipline. The next step is developing a strong sense of routine. Discipline doesn't come from spontaneity. It comes from structure. When you create a daily routine, you remove the guesswork from your day. You know exactly what you need to do, and you do it. Having a routine helps you stay on track. It removes the distractions and excuses that can derail you. When you have a routine, you build momentum, and that momentum keeps you moving forward. But building a routine isn't enough. You also need to have the self-control to stick to it, even when you don't feel like it. This is where the real challenge comes in. It's easy to be disciplined when things are going well. But what about when things get tough? What about when you're tired, stressed, or facing setbacks? That's when mental discipline really matters. You have to train yourself to push through those moments. You have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. And you have to keep going, even when it feels easier to quit. One of the best ways to build mental discipline is through small, consistent actions. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So start with small steps. Set goals that are achievable, and then take consistent action toward those goals every day. It doesn't matter how small the action is. What matters is that you do something every single day that moves you closer to your goal. Over time, these small actions will add up, and you'll start to see big results. Another important part of building mental discipline is learning how to say no. We live in a world full of distractions. It's easy to get pulled in a million different directions. But if you want to build mental discipline, you have to learn to focus on what matters and say no to the things that don't. This means saying no to distractions, saying no to things that drain your energy, and saying no to anything that doesn't align with your goals. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're reinforcing your mental discipline. You're saying yes to your priorities and yes to your future. It's also important to understand that building mental discipline takes time. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and have perfect discipline. It's a process. There will be times when you slip up. There will be days when you don't feel like sticking to your routine. But that's okay. The key is not to be perfect. The key is to keep going. Every time you fall off track, get back up. Every time you make a mistake, learn from it and move forward. Building mental discipline is all about persistence. Here's the truth. Life is not always going to be easy. You're going to face challenges. You're going to encounter obstacles. You're going to have days when you want to quit. But the people who succeed are the ones who keep going, even when it's hard. They don't let setbacks stop them. They don't let failures define them. They stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep moving forward. Think about it. If you can master your mind and develop the mental discipline to push through adversity, there's nothing that can stop you. No goal will be too big. No obstacle will be too difficult. You'll have the mental strength to tackle whatever comes your way. And that's where true success comes from. Mental discipline. So start building your mental discipline today. Start with small, consistent actions. Create a routine that works for you and stick to it. Say no to distractions and stay focused on what matters. And most importantly, keep going. Keep pushing yourself even when it's tough. Because the more you practice mental discipline, the stronger it gets. And when you develop mental discipline, you're not just building a skill, you're building a life of focus, a life of success, a life that's unstoppable. Remember, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, and you have the power to build that bridge. Keep working at it every day, and over time you'll see the results. The discipline you develop now will pay off in ways you can't even imagine yet. Keep going, stay focused, and build the mental discipline that will take you to the top. Number 5. Develop a winning mindset. To achieve anything worthwhile in life, you need more than just desire. You need a winning mindset. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. A winning mindset is not about being perfect or always winning. It's about having the mental attitude that you can handle whatever comes your way, that you're not afraid of failure, and that you'll keep going no matter what. It's about believing in yourself, even when things aren't going your way. It's the mindset that turns obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and failures into stepping stones. The truth is, life doesn't always go the way we want it to. You'll face challenges, tough times, and disappointments. But a winning mindset doesn't focus on the difficulties. It focuses on the possibilities. It focuses on the solutions. It doesn't dwell on what's going wrong, but instead it looks at what can go right. A winning mindset is about knowing that you have the power to shape your own future, and that no matter what happens, you will always find a way to move forward. If you want to develop a winning mindset, you first have to start with the way you think about challenges. Instead of seeing challenges as problems, see them as opportunities to grow. Every difficulty you face is an opportunity to learn something new, to become stronger, and to improve. When you adopt this mindset, you stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping stones to success. Another key to developing a winning mindset is believing in your own potential. It's easy to look at other people and think that they have something you don't. Maybe they have more talent, more resources, or more luck. But the truth is, every single person has the ability to win. It's not about what you have or what you're born with. It's about what you do with what you have. A winning mindset says, I can make the most of what I've got. It's about focusing on your strengths and using them to your advantage. It's about recognizing your potential and knowing that you are capable of achieving your goals. A big part of developing a winning mindset is staying positive, even in the face of adversity. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going your way, but a winner doesn't let negativity take over. They understand that every setback is temporary and that success is often just around the corner. They stay focused on their goals and refuse to let anything shake their belief in themselves. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring problems. It's about staying hopeful and believing that you can overcome them. When you maintain a positive mindset, you're more likely to keep going, find solutions, and keep working toward your goals. One of the most powerful ways to develop a winning mindset is through self-discipline. A winner doesn't wait for motivation to strike. They create their own motivation through action. Every day they make a conscious effort to do the things that will move them closer to their goals, even when they don't feel like it. This is where the real work happens. The people who win are the ones who put in the effort when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, and when they don't feel like it. They understand that success doesn't come from easy wins. It comes from doing the work, day in and day out. That's how you build momentum. That's how you get results. Developing a winning mindset also means being willing to take risks. Winners aren't afraid to step out of their comfort zone. They understand that growth happens when you take risks and try new things. It's not about being reckless, but it's about being willing to face fear and move forward anyway. A winner knows that playing it safe won't lead to success. You have to take calculated risks, try new strategies, and step into the unknown if you want to reach the next level. When you take risks, you expand your possibilities. And even if you fail, you learn something valuable that can be used to improve. Let's talk about failure. It's something that everyone experiences at some point in their lives. But here's the difference between those who win and those who don't. Winners don't let failure stop them. They don't let it define them. Instead, they see failure as part of the process. Failure is simply feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and adjust your strategy. A winning mindset doesn't see failure as the end. It sees it as a lesson that brings you one step closer to success. The key is to get back up after you fall and keep going. Winners fail, but they don't quit. Another important part of developing a winning mindset is having a clear vision of what you want to achieve. A winning mindset is rooted in purpose. When you know what you want and why you want it, you're more likely to stay committed to your goals even when things get tough. You can't just have vague goals like, I want to be successful or I want to be rich. You need to get specific. What does success look like to you? What are the concrete steps you need to take to get there? Having a clear vision helps you stay focused. And when challenges arise, your vision will keep you motivated and on track. One of the most important things you can do to develop a winning mindset is to surround yourself with people who support and encourage you. The people you spend your time with have a huge impact on your mindset. If you're constantly around negative, defeatist people, their mindset will rub off on you. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in your potential, who encourage you to keep going, and who push you to be your best, it will be much easier for you to adopt a winning mindset yourself. Winners don't go it alone. They build networks of support, and they learn from others who have walked the path before them. Now let's talk about consistency. Developing a winning mindset isn't something that happens overnight. It's something you have to work on every single day. It's about showing up, doing the work, and staying committed no matter what. Winners don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait for the stars to align. They don't wait for everything to be just right. They take action now, and they keep taking action every day until they reach their goals. Consistency is the key to building momentum and creating the results you want in your life. Finally, developing a winning mindset is about taking full responsibility for your life. You can't blame other people or circumstances for where you are today. You are the one who controls your future. A winner doesn't play the victim. They take ownership of their decisions, their actions, and their outcomes. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop making excuses and you start making progress. You start taking control of your destiny, and that's when real transformation happens. To develop a winning mindset, you have to believe in yourself, focus on solutions, take action every day, embrace failure as part of the process, surround yourself with positive influences, stay consistent, and take full responsibility for your life. The mindset you cultivate will determine the success you achieve. When you develop a winning mindset, you unlock your full potential, and there's nothing you can't accomplish. What are you waiting for? Start developing your winning mindset today. The only limits you have are the ones you place on yourself. When you believe in your ability to succeed, when you take action and stay focused, there's no stopping you. You have everything you need to win. Now it's time to go out and make it happen. Number 6, break free from the past to move forward in life. One of the most important steps is breaking free from the past. We all have things from our past that hold us back, whether it's mistakes we've made, things we regret, or negative experiences that left scars. But if you want to achieve the success you're capable of, you have to stop letting the past control your present and your future. It's easy to get stuck in the past, but when you do, you stay in the same place. You don't grow, you don't move forward, and most importantly, you don't live the life you're meant to live. The past is behind you. It's over. You can't change what happened, but you can control what happens next. What holds you back is not your past. It's the way you let your past affect you today. You see, the past is just a set of experiences. It's just information. The real problem comes when you allow it to define who you are now, or limit what you believe you can do in the future. The moment you realize that the past does not determine your future, you take the first step in breaking free from it. It all starts with understanding that your past does not have to be your future. Just because you made mistakes before doesn't mean you have to make them again. Just because things didn't work out in the past doesn't mean you can't succeed now. You can change, grow, and create a new future for yourself. And the first step in doing that is making a decision. You have to decide to leave the past where it belongs, in the past. You can't keep dragging it around with you. You can't keep letting it hold you back. One of the key things that hold people back is regret. Maybe there's something you did that you wish you hadn't. Or maybe there's something you didn't do that you wish you had. Regret can be paralyzing, and it can make you feel like you're not worthy of success. But here's the truth. Regret is only useful if it teaches you a lesson. The purpose of regret isn't to beat yourself up or dwell on what's gone wrong. The purpose of regret is to learn from the past and make better decisions going forward. Once you've learned the lesson, it's time to move on. Don't let regret keep you stuck. Use it as fuel to grow and improve. Another thing that can hold you back is the story you tell yourself about your past. Many people define themselves by their past experiences. Whether they were good or bad, they tell themselves, I'm not good enough because I've failed before, or I'll never make it because of what happened to me. But those stories aren't the truth. They're just beliefs, and you can change your beliefs. If you've been telling yourself a story of failure or disappointment, it's time to rewrite that story. Start telling yourself a new story, one where you are capable of success, one where you learn from your mistakes, and one where you are in control of your future. Breaking free from the past also means letting go of the blame game. It's easy to blame other people or situations for where you are today. You might say, if only I had better parents, or if I had gotten that opportunity, I would have been successful by now. But blaming others doesn't help you move forward. It only keeps you stuck in the past. The truth is, you are the only one who can change your life. Blaming others or circumstances doesn't change anything. It just gives away your power. Instead of blaming, take responsibility. Take ownership of your choices and your actions. Yes, the past may have shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. You are in control of your life now, and it's time to take charge. One of the most powerful ways to break free from the past is to forgive. I know it's not easy, especially if you've been hurt by others, but forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. When you hold on to anger, resentment, or hurt, you're the one who suffers. You keep carrying that pain with you, and it stops you from moving forward. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone what happened or that you forget about it. It just means you're choosing to let go of the negative feelings that are holding you back. Forgiveness is freedom. It's about freeing yourself from the past so that you can embrace the future. Another step in breaking free from the past is changing your environment. Sometimes the people and places around us can keep us stuck in old patterns of thinking and behavior. If you're still hanging around people who bring you down, or if you're in environments that keep reminding you of past mistakes, it's time to make a change. Surround yourself with people who support your growth, who encourage you to be the best version of yourself, and who believe in your potential. You may need to step away from old habits or environments that are keeping you tied to the past. When you create a new environment, you create new possibilities for yourself. A big part of breaking free from the past is changing the way you think. If you keep thinking the same old thoughts of fear, doubt, or regret, you'll keep getting the same results. To move forward, you have to change your thinking. This means focusing on positive, empowering thoughts. Instead of thinking about what could go wrong, think about what could go right. Instead of worrying about your past mistakes, focus on what you can do today to create a better future. When you change your thinking, you change your life. It's also important to stop being a victim of your circumstances. Life happens. Bad things happen to everyone. But it's how you respond to those things that matters. You can choose to play the victim, to feel sorry for yourself, and blame everything around you for your problems. Or you can choose to be a victor. You can choose to take control of your life, no matter what challenges you face. Being a victor means facing your problems head on, learning from them, and moving forward. It means not letting anything from the past hold you back. When you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being a victor in your own life, you'll realize just how much power you truly have. Breaking free from the past also means letting go of fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of rejection. These fears can keep you stuck. They can stop you from taking action, from reaching your full potential, and from pursuing your dreams. But fear only has power if you let it. Fear is just a feeling. It's not real. It doesn't define you. The key is to acknowledge the fear, but not let it control you. Move through the fear, take action anyway, and watch how your life starts to change. Finally, breaking free from the past requires you to look forward. It's about focusing on the present and the future, not the past. You can't change what's already happened, but you can create a better future for yourself. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow. So start making those choices with intention. Start taking action toward the life you want to live. When you focus on the future and take positive steps every day, you'll find that the past becomes less and less important. It will lose its power over you, and you'll be free to create the life you deserve. To break free from the past, you have to decide to let go. Stop blaming, forgive, change your environment, change your thinking, and take responsibility. You have to stop letting fear control you and start focusing on the future. When you do, you'll break free from the chains of the past and unlock your true potential. The past is just a memory. It's the future that counts, and the future is in your hands. The life you want is waiting for you. All you have to do is take the first step and leave the past where it belongs. Number 7. Train your mind like a warrior. To achieve greatness, you must understand this simple truth. The greatest battles are fought in your mind. Everything you achieve in life starts with your thoughts. If you want to break through your limitations, reach new heights, and live the life you've always dreamed of, you must train your mind like a warrior. The mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. The more you sharpen it, the more it can withstand adversity and perform at its highest level. But most importantly, when you train your mind, you gain the power to control your destiny. A warrior mindset is not something you're born with. It's something you develop through deliberate daily practice. It's about conditioning your mind to stay focused, resilient, and strong in the face of challenges. It's about mastering your thoughts so that no matter what happens, you remain in control of how you respond. If you want to become a true warrior in life, you have to train your mind just as a warrior trains their body. The first step in training your mind like a warrior is to take full responsibility for your thoughts. A warrior doesn't let outside circumstances control their emotions or actions. They know that they are in control of their own mindset. No one can make you feel anything without your permission. You are the one who decides how to react to challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. The key is to take responsibility for the thoughts that enter your mind. Negative thoughts will come. They always do. But the warrior doesn't let those thoughts control them. Instead, they recognize them, challenge them, and choose to replace them with thoughts of strength, power, and possibility. The next thing a warrior does is to develop mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to keep going when things get tough. It's the ability to push through discomfort, doubt, and fear. Warriors know that pain, frustration, and failure are part of the process. They don't run away from these things. They embrace them. When you train your mind like a warrior, you learn to persevere in the face of adversity. You become resilient. You understand that setbacks are not failures. They are simply opportunities to learn and grow. Every time you face difficulty, you become stronger. Every time you push past your comfort zone, you build your mental muscles. And it's through this constant training that you become unstoppable. A warrior also understands the power of focus. When you're in battle, you don't have time to get distracted. You need laser-sharp focus to stay on course and achieve your goals. The same applies in life. If you want to accomplish anything meaningful, you need to stay focused on your vision. A warrior doesn't get distracted by the noise of life, the opinions of others, the obstacles in their way, or the temptations that come their way. They stay committed to their mission. They keep their eyes on the prize, and no matter how difficult the journey gets, they never lose sight of the goal. Training your mind like a warrior also means embracing discipline. Discipline is the foundation of everything. Without discipline, there is no progress. A warrior doesn't wait for motivation to strike. They create their own motivation through discipline. They get up every day ready to put in the work, even when they don't feel like it. They understand that success is built on daily actions, and they commit to taking those actions, no matter how small. Whether it's reading a book, writing down goals, exercising, or working on your business, discipline is what keeps you moving forward. It's the difference between wishing for success and actually achieving it. Mental discipline also involves controlling your emotions. A warrior doesn't allow their emotions to control their decisions. They don't make impulsive choices based on anger, fear, or frustration. Instead, they remain calm, focused, and composed no matter what happens. They understand that their emotions are temporary, but their actions are permanent. When you train your mind, you learn how to stay in control of your emotions, especially during challenging times. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond strategically, making decisions that will move you closer to your goals. Another aspect of training your mind like a warrior is developing a sense of self-belief. A warrior believes in their abilities, even when the odds are stacked against them. They know that they have what it takes to succeed, no matter how difficult the journey may be. The warrior mindset is about never giving up, even when it feels like you're fighting an uphill battle. Believing in yourself is essential, because when you believe in your abilities, you give yourself the confidence to take bold action, to face challenges head-on and to keep going, even when you want to quit. A warrior also understands the importance of preparation. Before going into battle, a warrior spends time preparing, training, and getting ready for what's ahead. The same goes for life. If you want to succeed, you need to prepare. Preparation is key to winning any battle, and it's no different in life. If you want to achieve your goals, you need to be ready. This means planning, strategizing, and taking the necessary steps to ensure your success. Whether you're building a business, improving your health, or working on a personal goal, preparation is the foundation for success. The warrior mindset is about always being ready for the challenges that lie ahead, and taking the time to prepare for the road ahead. A warrior's mindset is also one of continuous learning and growth. Warriors are always looking for ways to improve. They never stop learning. They seek out knowledge, skills, and strategies that can help them become better at what they do. If you want to train your mind like a warrior, you must commit to lifelong learning. Read books, attend seminars, learn from those who have gone before you, seek out mentors who can guide you. The more you learn, the more powerful your mind becomes. And the more powerful your mind is, the more capable you are of achieving your goals. Training your mind like a warrior also means embracing sacrifice. There is no success without sacrifice. A warrior knows that in order to achieve their mission, they must give up certain things. This might mean sacrificing your time, your comfort, or even your social life. The warrior understands that the path to greatness is not easy, but it's worth it. When you train your mind, you're willing to make sacrifices for the sake of your goals. You understand that the rewards will come, but only if you put in the work and make the necessary sacrifices along the way. Finally, a warrior's mind is always ready for action. A warrior doesn't sit around waiting for the perfect moment. They don't wait for everything to line up perfectly before they take action. They understand that action creates momentum. They know that the best way to learn and grow is by doing. When you train your mind like a warrior, you don't wait for the right conditions. You make the conditions right through your actions. You take decisive steps toward your goals every single day. No matter how small, it's through consistent action that you build the life you want. Training your mind like a warrior is about developing the right mindset, one of strength, discipline, focus, and self-belief. It's about embracing challenges, learning from failures, and taking action no matter what. It's about continuously growing, preparing for what's ahead, and never giving up. When you train your mind like a warrior, you unlock your true potential and gain the power to face any challenge that comes your way. You become unstoppable. So are you ready to train your mind like a warrior? The choice is yours. Take control of your thoughts, embrace the discipline, and push forward every day. With the right mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Number 8, focus on solutions, not problems in life. Problems are inevitable. Every person faces challenges, roadblocks, and setbacks. No one is immune to the difficulties that come with trying to achieve something worthwhile. But here's the key. The difference between those who move forward and those who stay stuck is how they handle those problems. You have two choices when you encounter obstacles. You can focus on the problem, or you can focus on the solution. It's easy to get caught up in the problem. Problems have a way of dominating our thoughts. When things go wrong, it's natural to want to talk about them, complain, or get frustrated. But dwelling on the problem doesn't help. It doesn't move you closer to a solution. It only keeps you stuck in the same place. So what can you do instead? Shift your focus from the problem to the solution. This simple change in mindset can make all the difference in how you approach life's challenges. When you focus on solutions, you train your mind to be resourceful. Instead of getting bogged down by the issue at hand, you start looking for ways to overcome it. You become more creative, more open to new ideas, and more willing to take action. Focusing on the solution forces you to ask yourself, what can I do about this? How can I fix this? What's the next step? When you ask these questions, you move into problem-solving mode, and that's where the magic happens. One of the reasons people get stuck focusing on problems is that they feel overwhelmed. When a challenge feels too big, it's easy to get paralyzed by fear or uncertainty. But remember, no problem is unsolvable. Every problem has a solution. It's just a matter of finding it. And the first step in finding a solution is shifting your mindset. When you stop seeing the problem as a mountain you can't climb and start seeing it as a puzzle you can solve, you empower yourself. You turn the problem into an opportunity for growth. You take control instead of letting the problem control you. Focusing on solutions also helps you stay positive and motivated. Problems can easily bring us down, but focusing on solutions keeps us moving forward. Think about it. When you're stuck on a problem, you can feel like you're sinking. But when you focus on the solution, you start to feel empowered. You begin to see that there's a way out, that there's a path forward. You start to feel hopeful, motivated, and ready to take action. This mindset also helps you build resilience. Life is full of problems, big and small, but when you focus on solutions, you learn to bounce back faster. You understand that problems are just temporary, and they're part of the journey to success. No matter how many times you face setbacks, you keep moving forward because you're not focused on the problem. You're focused on finding the solution. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you become stronger. Every time you find a solution, you build your confidence. You become more resilient. And with that resilience comes the ability to face any challenge with a clear mind and a determined heart. Focusing on solutions also allows you to take ownership of your life. Problems can make you feel like a victim. It's easy to blame others or external circumstances for what's going wrong. But when you focus on the solution, you take responsibility for your own success. You stop waiting for someone else to fix things for you. You stop waiting for the problem to go away on its own. Instead, you take action. You solve the problem yourself. And in doing so, you empower yourself to create the life you want. Now let's talk about the power of perspective. The way you view a problem can determine whether you get stuck or move forward. If you look at a challenge as an insurmountable obstacle, it will feel overwhelming. But if you look at it as a temporary setback that you can work through, it becomes manageable. The solution isn't always obvious right away, but the more you train yourself to focus on the solution, the clearer it will become. Often the solutions are right in front of you. You just need to shift your perspective to see them. One of the most powerful things you can do when faced with a problem is to break it down. Problems often seem bigger than they really are when you look at them as a whole, but when you break them down into smaller, more manageable parts, they become much easier to handle. Instead of thinking this is too big for me, think what's the first step I can take to move forward. Then once you take that step, you'll find the next one. And soon the problem will no longer feel like something you can't handle. It will feel like a series of small steps that you can tackle one by one. Another key to focusing on solutions is asking the right questions. When you face a problem, it's easy to get caught up in negativity. But instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Or what did I do wrong? Start asking, what can I do about this? Or how can I solve this? By changing the questions you ask yourself, you change your mindset. Instead of feeling helpless, you begin to see yourself as someone who can find the answers. You shift from a problem-focused mindset to a solution-focused mindset. And when you do that, you start to unlock your creativity, resourcefulness, and determination. The people you surround yourself with also play a huge role in your ability to focus on solutions. If you're constantly around people who dwell on problems, it's easy to fall into that same pattern of thinking. But if you surround yourself with people who focus on solutions, who are positive, resourceful, and action-oriented, you'll find that you start to think the same way. The people you spend time with can influence your mindset, so choose your circle wisely. Find people who inspire you to look for solutions, who help you see the possibilities rather than the limitations. Of course, there will be times when the solution isn't immediately clear. There will be times when you try everything and still feel stuck. But even in those moments, remember this: focusing on solutions doesn't mean you have all the answers right away. It means you're committed to finding those answers. It means you're willing to keep going, to keep searching for a way forward, no matter how long it takes. When you're focused on solutions, you don't give up. You keep moving, keep exploring, keep trying until you find the answer that works. Finally, remember that focusing on solutions is not about ignoring problems or pretending they don't exist. It's about choosing to focus your energy on what you can do, rather than what you can't. It's about taking control of your circumstances instead of letting them control you. By focusing on the solution, you become a problem solver, an action taker, and someone who doesn't just face challenges but conquers them. The truth is, you have the power to solve any problem that comes your way. You have the creativity, the resourcefulness, and the strength to find a solution. The key is to keep your focus on what you can do, not on what you can't. No matter how big the problem is, focusing on the solution will give you the clarity, confidence, and drive to take action and make things happen. When you shift your focus, you shift your life. And when you focus on solutions, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Number 9, choose the right people. To be around the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life. They shape your thoughts, influence your actions, and even determine the level of success you can achieve. Whether you realize it or not, the individuals in your inner circle have a direct effect on how you think, feel, and behave. They can either help you grow or hold you back. So it's crucial to choose the right people to be around. This choice will be one of the most important decisions you make in your life. Let's start with this simple fact. Your environment plays a huge role in your success. The people you interact with regularly influence your mindset, energy levels, and actions. If you're constantly surrounded by negative people who complain about everything, make excuses, or see only problems, it's easy to get pulled into that mindset. But on the flip side, when you're around positive, motivated, and driven individuals, it becomes easier for you to stay focused on your goals, overcome obstacles, and keep moving forward. Choosing the right people to be around doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone who doesn't align with your vision. But it does mean you need to be intentional about who you spend the most time with. The more time you spend with the right people, the more their positive energy and mindset will rub off on you. And this can be a game changer. Your environment and your relationships are powerful forces that can either propel you to success or drag you down. So make the choice to surround yourself with those who lift you up, challenge you, and inspire you to be your best. One of the most important things to consider when choosing the right people is the energy they bring into your life. Every person you meet either adds or subtracts energy from you. Some people make you feel excited, motivated, and inspired. Others make you feel drained, anxious, or discouraged. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people. Do you feel energized and optimistic, or do you feel tired and defeated? Your energy is precious, and it's vital to protect it. Spend more time with those who fuel you, and less time with those who drain you. The people you choose to surround yourself with should be those who inspire you to be better. They should challenge you to grow, push you to step outside your comfort zone, and encourage you to pursue your goals relentlessly. When you spend time with people who are always striving for more, you'll naturally be motivated to do the same. The right people will encourage you to take action, even when it's difficult. They won't let you settle for mediocrity. They'll push you to reach your full potential. On the other hand, negative or toxic people can hold you back. They can plant seeds of doubt, fill your head with excuses, and make you question your abilities. They might try to convince you that your dreams are unrealistic or that you're not good enough. But you can't let other people's negativity dictate your future. When you're around people who are constantly complaining, making excuses, or speaking negatively about themselves and others, it can be hard to maintain a positive mindset. These people will try to pull you down to their level of thinking, but you have the power to choose who you let into your life. Protect your mind by surrounding yourself with those who uplift and encourage you, not those who try to bring you down. It's also important to choose people who have the qualities you want to develop in yourself. If you want to become more disciplined, surround yourself with disciplined individuals. If you want to be more focused, spend time with those who are dedicated and goal-oriented. If you want to develop a stronger work ethic, find people who consistently put in the effort and go above and beyond. The people you spend the most time with will have a direct influence on who you become. So choose wisely. Surround yourself with individuals who embody the traits you want to develop, and you'll begin to adopt those traits yourself. Another key point to consider is the people who support your vision. The right people are the ones who believe in your dreams, even when others doubt you. They're the ones who encourage you to take risks, to go after what you want, and to never give up. These are the people who will stand by you when times get tough, offer advice when needed, and celebrate your successes along the way. They're your cheerleaders, your sounding board, and your support system. They believe in you, and because they do, you start to believe in yourself even more. It's important to recognize that not everyone is going to understand your vision. Some people will try to discourage you or convince you to play it safe. They might say, "Why don't you just settle for this? Why don't you do what everyone else is doing?" But the people who truly support you will never tell you to settle. They'll tell you to aim higher, dream bigger, and keep pushing forward. You need those kinds of people in your life, especially when things get difficult and you start to doubt yourself. The right people also know how to hold you accountable. Accountability is a powerful tool for personal growth. When you have people around you who hold you accountable for your actions, it forces you to stay disciplined and take responsibility for your progress. These are the people who will ask you the tough questions, challenge your excuses, and remind you of your goals when you start to lose focus. They won't let you slip into complacency, and they won't let you make excuses. They'll push you to keep going even when it's hard, because they know what you're capable of. Now let's talk about something crucial, the importance of self-awareness in choosing the right people. You can't control who other people are or what they do, but you can control who you allow into your life. It's important to take a step back and ask yourself, who am I spending the most time with, and what impact are they having on me? Are they lifting you up, challenging you and supporting your growth, or are they holding you back, draining your energy and encouraging negative behavior? Be honest with yourself about the people who are in your life and how they make you feel. If someone isn't adding value to your life, it's okay to distance yourself. Surround yourself with individuals who bring positivity, inspiration, and motivation into your world. Choosing the right people doesn't mean you need to isolate yourself from everyone who isn't perfect. No one is perfect, and everyone has their flaws. But the people you spend the most time with should have a mindset that aligns with your goals and values. They should be people who encourage your growth, support your journey, and help you become the best version of yourself. By choosing the right people to be around, you're setting yourself up for success and creating an environment where you can thrive. Remember, you have the power to choose who you allow into your life. Don't settle for relationships that bring you down or hold you back. Choose people who inspire you, challenge you, and help you become better. The right people will push you to reach your goals, support you through the tough times, and celebrate your victories with you. Your environment is everything, and by choosing the right people to be around, you're choosing the future you want to create. Number 10, stay consistent. Even when motivation fades, we've all experienced it. Those days when we wake up full of energy and excitement, ready to take on the world. The motivation is there, and everything seems possible. But here's the reality. Motivation doesn't always last. It fades. Some days you'll feel like you can conquer anything, and other days you'll wonder how you'll get through it. The key to success isn't about relying on motivation alone. It's about consistency, showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Staying consistent is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when everything is falling into place, and when your energy is high. But real growth happens when you keep going, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. It's in those moments when it's tough, when you don't feel like doing the work, that you prove to yourself what you're really capable of. Consistency is what helps you build the habits, skills, and discipline necessary to reach your goals. even when motivation fades. One of the most important things to understand about consistency is that it doesn't require perfection. You don't have to give 100% every single day. Some days, all you need is a small effort, a step forward, no matter how small. It's those little consistent actions over time that add up to big results. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect energy, or the perfect mood to take action. You just need to show up. The more you show up, the more it becomes a habit, and the easier it becomes to keep going. Building consistency is all about creating routines that support your goals. When you make certain actions a part of your daily routine, they become second nature. You don't have to think twice about doing them. They just become a part of who you are. Whether it's exercising, working on your goals, or investing in personal growth, the key is to make it non-negotiable. Set a schedule, commit to it, and stick with it. Even when you don't feel motivated, you'll still be doing the things that move you forward. Because consistency isn't about how you feel, it's about what you do. Remember, consistency isn't about doing everything all at once. It's about doing something consistently, even if it's just a little. It's easy to get discouraged when you're not seeing instant results. But keep in mind that progress takes time. When you keep showing up, even on the days you don't feel like it, you're building momentum. Over time, the effort you put in each day adds up, and you'll start to see the results. The key is to keep pushing through, to keep taking action, even when the motivation isn't there. One of the biggest challenges to staying consistent is the fear of failure, or the feeling that what you're doing isn't enough. It's easy to think that if you're not doing everything perfectly, then you're failing. But this couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is, perfection isn't the goal, progress is. The small steps you take each day matter. Each time you show up, you're one step closer to your goal. It's those small, consistent efforts that add up over time and lead to big changes. Another important point to remember is that consistency builds discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what pushes you to take action, even when you don't feel like it. When you rely on discipline instead of motivation, you stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect energy to get things done. You create habits that are automatic, so that no matter what happens, you keep showing up. Discipline helps you push through the hard days, the moments when you feel like giving up, and the times when motivation has disappeared. It's a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it, and the more you rely on discipline, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. One of the most powerful things about consistency is that it builds trust with yourself. When you commit to something and follow through, you prove to yourself that you can do what you say you will do. This trust is incredibly valuable. It boosts your confidence and self-esteem, because you know that no matter what, you're going to show up and do the work. The more you keep your word to yourself, the more you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals, even on the days when it's tough. It's also important to remember that staying consistent doesn't mean you have to be perfect. There will be times when life gets in the way. You'll have setbacks, obstacles, and challenges that might cause you to miss a day or two. That's okay. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible. Don't let a missed day or a slip-up turn into a reason to quit altogether. The real secret to success is getting back up after you've fallen, not beating yourself up for not being perfect. Don't let small mistakes derail your progress. Instead, use them as an opportunity to learn and grow. Consistency also builds resilience. Every time you stick to your plan, even when it's hard, you become more resilient. You become better at handling obstacles and overcoming setbacks. Consistency teaches you to stay focused on the bigger picture, even when things aren't going perfectly in the moment. It trains you to keep going, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. And that resilience is what will carry you through the tough times, helping you stay on course no matter what challenges you face. As you continue on your journey, it's important to remember that results take time. You might not see immediate progress, but that doesn't mean you're not moving forward. Trust the process. Every day you show up and put in the work, you're moving one step closer to your goal. The key is to stay patient and stay consistent. Results may not come overnight, but if you keep going, they will come. Success is the result of consistent effort over time. Keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and eventually you'll see the payoff. One final thing to keep in mind is that consistency is the foundation of success, but it's not the only thing that matters. You need to make sure that your actions are aligned with your goals. Consistency only works if you're doing the right things. So make sure you're focusing on the actions that will truly move you toward your objectives. If you're staying consistent, but you're not taking the right steps, you might be wasting your time. Consistency combined with the right actions is what will lead you to success. In the end, the key to success isn't motivation, it's consistency. Motivation will come and go, but if you stay consistent, even on the days when you don't feel like it, you'll build the habits and discipline necessary to achieve your goals. Stay consistent, keep showing up, and trust the process. Over time, your small, consistent actions will lead to big results, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. As we wrap up, remember this: winning the war in your mind isn't a one-time thing. It's about making small daily choices that build up over time. The power to change your life is in your hands. The thoughts you think, the actions you take, and the way you show up every day, those things matter. It won't always be easy. Some days will be harder than others. But the most important thing is to keep going, even when motivation fades. Consistency, discipline, and a positive mindset will always be your best tools for success. So take what you've learned today and start applying it. One step at a time, one day at a time. Your mind is your greatest asset. Treat it like one. You've got this. Keep moving forward, and remember, success is built on the small things you do every single day. Thanks for watching, and I believe in you. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep winning the war in your mind.